Hey everybody, it's the Wyco Nomad with Wyco Resiliency. We're doing something a little bit different tonight. We are filming the actual, instead of the selfie camera, I'm using the actual front-facing camera. We'll see how it goes. I'm using a totally different camera app than normal. Hopefully all will go well. This is a test run. I probably should have done test run with other things, but hey, we do what we're gonna do. So, oh, thank you for joining us. Always, all the new followers, thank you so much. Last time I checked, we're up to, what, 371 subscribers now? Thank you. I'm truly humbled by that. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'll always thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. I'm trying to hit that 1,000. I mean, I'm to the point now where I was like, I'll accept 500 by the end of the year. I was hoping to have 1,000 by the end of the year, but hey, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Blackout Coffee Company in the description, drop down all the good stuff. That's where we have the affiliates, so you can help the channel, stuff like that. Help me out. We have a new topic. We are going to do this in parts. So I am currently working on a booklet, a downloadable. I'm working on a PDF file for apartment preppers. And the one reason why is this: for a long time, and I believe it, I haven't changed. Come out of her, my people, Hump. And I get that from Pastor Joe Fox, and also Pastor Bear from Bear Independent. Hump. Come out of her, my people, lest you partake in her sins and plagues. You got to get out of the high population zones. Oh boy. Well, yes, I'm dimming my light. It's getting me pretty bad. So hang on, I'm going to adjust the light here. There. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Basically, my plan was originally to go get property here in Wyoming, build it up a little bit, sell it, move to Oklahoma, Tennessee. The Father, Yahweh, had other plans for me. Apparently, I'm going to Babylon Minor. I'm not thrilled about this, but it's what the Father told me. I'm not meant to be in Oklahoma or Tennessee. Not yet. Apparently, I'm supposed to be in Washington State. I don't want to go, but everything is pointing I have to go there. I do not know why, other than job. Jobs in my field, what I do here in tech, are very far and few. There's essentially 5 jobs. 4 of them you have to be active duty military. I am not active duty military, so I'm fighting for 1 job. The other tech jobs here are data center jobs. That's not quite my forte. I can do those, but that's not where my heart is. My heart's in cybersecurity. It's also in content creation, stuff like that. So, Washington State, here I come. So we will be moving very shortly. We are packing now. I'm going to be stuck in an apartment again. That got me thinking. Instead of focusing so much on rural prepping, why don't I focus a little bit on apartment prepping for those that are in small spaces living in cities or suburbia? And that's where we are. So we're going to go over 10 beginner's tips for apartment prepping. And we're going to start today with number 1. Number 1. And this is before you move. Okay, if you're already somewhere and you didn't do it, best time to start is now. Number 1, start with a threat assessment. What is the crime rate? Where are the hospitals, the police stations? What are you going to expect in this high density area? Okay, this is your area study. Okay, you want to know the quickest way out of your area. You should have a primary, secondary, and tertiary way out. If you're in an apartment, how can you get out of your apartment quickly? And we also want to make sure we are leaving 2 days, 2 months before, then 1 second too late. That's a prime thing. You need to know what your crime rates are. What are your biggest threats? Upon that, you should know what are the legalities of having your truck guns, your handguns. California, New York, and New Jersey, that's kind of, and we're not going to get into, well, it's my right. Yeah, you're right. It is your right. Second Amendment, yo, I believe it 100%. You still have to follow the rules. Peanut launchers, whether it's a 9mm, 10mm peanut launcher, your AR-15 peanut launcher, what are the rules when it comes to that? What are your use case for expandable batons, ASPs? What are your use for mace, bear spray, stuff like that? What about carrying a knife? These are all important aspects of things that you should know. Can you get in trouble for carrying a Sharpie? So, can you get in trouble for your Sharpie? Yeah. Good friend made that for me. What are the rules? Okay. So on top of that, what is within your risks of that high density area? Washington, riots, peaceful protests. Sorry, summer of love. We got to be aware of riots in your high population zones. We know Portland, Seattle, Denver, high population zones, you always have a high probability of a riot. What are the chances of them rioting around your home? You have to keep that in mind. What about power outages? And not just, the EMP, or what about rolling brownouts? California does that. Not only power outages, what about them increasing the price of your electricity during certain times, peak hours? That's becoming a common thing. Water loss, pandemics. We know that Charlie Victor 19, we know where it started, but one of the first places that happened in the United States was Seattle. It was a elderly folks home. Pandemics. What are the rules of pandemic? Is the state going to say we're locking everything down because we're just in panic mode? That'll never happen. It happened. It'll never happen again. Yeah, I don't believe in never saying, I believe in never say never. A lot of people, I'll never let that happen. If you see people dropping dead and you have to wear a mask to prevent yourself from dropping dead, you'll put a mask back on. Plain and simple. You'll decide. You won't have the government tell you, but you'll decide. And there's a big difference between being told and deciding. Power outages, common. What chances of flooding? What are your natural disasters? Well, where I'm at, in some of the property I was looking at, volcano. Yeah, I have to worry about volcanoes. Apparently 3 to 4 inches of snow will shut down the city. Apparently thunderstorms will shut down the cities, because apparently Seattle, the last time they had a severe thunderstorm with hail and tornadoes was in the 40s. They recently had one with localized flooding from the rain, and when Amazon sent people home early. Wow. I live in Wyoming, and 64 degrees, negative 64 below zero. We're going to work. Children are walking to school. Yeah, they are in that freezing cold. We're a bit tougher here. Rain, snow. Seattle shuts down. Mind blown. So, what are your threats? And there's so many. And what you need to focus on is not the fantasy threat. They're going to start march through with with the United States Army military, and they're going to have FEMA camps built up, and they're going to do martial law. Stop. Number one, there is not enough military, police, and fire to put this entire country under martial law. You will have a few select cities, possibly. Could that happen in Seattle? Possibly. Could it happen in LA? Possibly. Is it going to happen in rural Ellensburg? Doubt it. Okay? That's a fantasy. Okay? The packing up everything and overthrowing your government, that's fantasy. Stop. Focus on the actual likelihood of power outages, natural disasters, localized problems. And that's the other thing. You need to think local. What happens in Washington, D.C., or what's happening in New York isn't going to immediately affect you. Could it? Sure, but not immediately. That gives you time to build up. But what's going to immediately affect you? What is going to be that immediate threat? That's where you need to focus. Okay? So, that's your number one tip, is start with a threat assessment. From there, we can build on the next level. And that'll be our next video next week, and that will be water is your number one priority. Got to have the water. I know you're all sitting there going, oh my God, he's drinking water. Yes, I actually drink water from time to time. But with that, thank you for watching. As always, I'm the Wyco Nomad. This is Wyco Resiliency. We did all the YouTube stuff. As always, thank you, everybody. Watch your 6. Shalom.